Guys, I gotta open this video by just saying that I feel blessed today, and I don't like to really use that word all that much, but today we got new music from 21 Pilots, new music from The Main, a track called April 7th. Today is April 7th. Today also marks the 5-year anniversary event of myself and my fiance Hannah meeting for the first time in person, and our first date was at a concert 5 years later. Here we are, we're engaged, we're just everything coming together, man, and these songs are just a cherry on top of the sundae. Neighbors, welcome back to the channel. My name is John, and 21 Pilots have released the lead single from their upcoming album, Scaled and Icy, which is off-putting to say in a way. Like, yeah, I've been bumping that new Scaled and Icy, but it's an anagram, of course. With 21 Pilots, there's always a puzzle to solve. It's an anagram meaning Clancy is dead, and the lead single is out. It's called Shy Away, and I have a lot to say, so let's get right to it. If you could, please do me a favor, drop a like on this video if you enjoy the track review, if you enjoy my commentary on their new song, and subscribe if you happen to be new to the channel, because we talk about music each and every week. Let's get personal. That must have been the motto going into this new era. 21 Pilots are always evolving, always on the cusp of something new, and I just reflect back on their evolution, and I feel proud as a fan that's been listening to them since just before Vessel dropped. I hear that sound, and I still love that, of course, but it's much more sparse, and it feels like a band almost recording in their living room, and now it feels like instead of just a duo, a full band playing on the song, because this new track, it obviously features a monster of a chorus, but also there's guitars, there's synthesizers in there, there's a lot of bass in this track, obviously Josh Dunn on the drums. It feels like a full band, and that was represented in the music video by the masked individuals, and I like that little callback. Of course, it looks like those individuals are Tyler Joseph himself. There's a new era, a new world, but it's still T.O.P., of course. We're invited back in, saying Clancy is dead. Trench was a big story arc, and there was a lot going on, but for more of the casual fans that don't care as much about the lore, and admittedly, I am in that camp. I want to be able to enjoy the songs outside of the context, but also explore if I want to. I think a lot of people are going to be clamoring for more, just like Shy Away. The chorus on this thing is fireworks. It lights up in a massive way each time it rolls around. It's an instant sing-along. I love that they add in the backing vocals on that final hook. It sounds so crisp and so well produced. I just really appreciate when a band can take a chorus and continuously evolve it and make it feel fun and bouncy each time. And with this track, even though it does feel so big, there's also intimacy during the verses. I like the fact that there is some sparse elements there. They almost remind me a bit in the synth department of their track Fake You Out from Vessel, which is kind of cool to see it come full circle. Like I was saying with the whole personal thing, it does feel a bit more intimate in that regard. Dare I say sensual with 21 Pilots. Didn't think sensual would be the word that I would use, and borderline sexual. Shed your skin, and then the whole thing with when I get home, placing bets, shed your modesty. I'm not entirely sure what this is about, but that's part of the mystery that keeps me hooked on the song. Before I forget, I just wanted to quickly shout out the music video for this track. I thought it was really well done. It's kind of hard to get used to Tyler Joseph with that much hair. Josh has been growing his out too. They look like different people almost, but I love the lighting, the cinematography. I think that Tyler almost looks a little bit like Eleven from Stranger Things. That's the vibe I'm getting at least, but I'm fine with it. Focusing back over on the music itself, the instrumental section of this song, I really appreciate that there's such a forward-thinking guitar and bass, and obviously with Level of Concern, their one-off single that they put off during quarantine, during 2020, I think that song kind of taught Tyler that he wanted to write more on the electric guitar, and you will hear that present on Shy Away. It makes this song feel bigger, more well-rounded, and while I was hoping to see just a bit more from Josh Dunn breaking out, there are a couple of sections, especially in some of those final pre-choruses and the final hook, where he really drops in. It's just that I always like to see him go a bit more crazy. I know what he's capable of, but he really does fit the mood of the track. Ooh, and the way this one just kind of bubbles up right from the start, you just feel hooked, and the vocals come in, and everything just kind of works together like perfect puzzle pieces. And 21 Pilots, obviously masters in that regard, of making puzzles letting their fans solve them and obviously having maybe the answer themselves, but not entirely wanting to reveal that. Now, Tyler himself, I believe, entirely produced this track on the new music. I'm not sure if Paul Meany is going to be involved in the full album at all, because I know he worked on Level of Concern and Trench. Huge fan of Paul, but also a huge fan of what they're doing here on this new one. It's an 11-track album. It's due out May 21st on Fueled By Ramen yet again. So overall, for Shy Away, I am definitely loving this track. It definitely has my expectations high, and I love that they can soar into a poppier atmosphere, but still make it very compelling musically with a great hook that doesn't dumb things down too much at all. In fact, I think this is definitely a lot better than Level of Concern. Not that that was bad, but of course, a one-off compared to an actual album arc. I'm excited to see what we're in store for. It's a 4.5 out of 5 for me. The new 21 Pilots era is upon us. What are you guys thinking of this new single, Shy Away? Are you excited for Scaled and Icy? Gonna have to get used to saying that name out loud. Any and all thoughts are welcomed in the comments section down below. Don't forget to leave a like on this track review and subscribe for the love of music. If you want to see me review Trench, then tap here, or another track review over here. Socials in the description, and I'll be back soon for more on Beyond ARTV.